Hello my dear students, today we will study about potential energy of a system of charges. Last time we have studied about potential energy of a system of 2-point charges. Once again I will obtain the formula of potential energy of a system of 2-point charges. Here I have considered 2-point charges which are separated by distance r12. And already we have obtained the formula of potential energy due to system of two charges separated by some distance. What was the formula of potential energy due to system of two charges? U is equal to 1 upon 4 pi epsilon naught q1 q2, that is product of these two charges, upon distance between them, that is r12. Once again we will obtain this formula. Suppose first the charge q1 is brought from infinity to a point A. Forget about q2. First we bring charge q1 from infinity to point A in the absence of external electric field. There is no external field against which work needs to be done. If external field is not present, then work done in bringing charge q1 from infinity to point A is 0. So W1 is equal to 0. Now work done in bringing charge q2 from infinity to point B. When we bring charge q2 from infinity to point B, at that time some amount of work is done against the electric field of charge q1, because we are bringing this charge q2 in the electric field of q1. So that work done is given by W2 is equal to Q2 into VB. According to definition of potential, potential at any point is given by V is equal to work done upon charge. So W is equal to Q into V. So work done in bringing charge Q2 is equal to which charge we are bringing? Q2. And at which point we are bringing this charge? At point B. So we have to find potential at point B due to this source charge Q1. So Q2 into VB. So Q2 as it is, potential at point B due to source charge Q1 is 1 upon 4 pi epsilon naught into source charge upon distance. Source charge, that is Q1, and point B is at a distance r12 from first charge Q1. Therefore, W2 is equal to 1 upon 4 pi epsilon naught into Q1 Q2 upon R12, where R12 is the distance between points A and B. Since electrostatic force is conservative, this work gets stored in the form of potential energy. Whenever work is done by electrostatic conservative force, at that time that work done is stored in the form of potential energy. If work is done against the gravitational force, then that is stored in the form of gravitational potential energy. Here work is done against electrostatic force, then this work is stored in the form of electric potential energy. Thus the potential energy of a system of two charges Q1 and Q2 is U12 is equal to W1 plus W2. Total work done, whatever work is done against the electrostatic force, that is stored in the form of potential energy, and that is the potential energy of system of two charges. So potential energy of system of two charges, first and second, so that is written as U12 is equal to W1 plus W2, but W1 that is 0 and W2 that is 1 upon 4 pi epsilon naught into Q1 Q2 upon R12. So this can be written as potential energy of a system of two charges Q1 and Q2 is 1 upon 4 pi epsilon naught into Q1 Q2 upon R12. Obviously, if Q2 was brought first to its present location and Q1 brought later, the potential energy U12 would be the same. It means if we bring Q2 first and then Q1, then also potential energy will remain same. there won't be any change in potential energy. If location is same, if position of point charges remain same, then potential energy will remain same. If position changes, then potential energy also changes. Now for the system of 3-point charges. If we consider system of 3-point charges like this, Q1, Q2 and Q3, we want to arrange these 3 charges at 3 different points A, B and C. So first we will bring charge Q1 from infinity to A. So to bring Q1 from infinity to A, no work is required, because here first we are bringing charge Q1 and no other charge is present. So in the absence of electric field, no work is done. So W1 is equal to 0. Next we bring Q2 from infinity to B. So W2 is equal to Q2 into VB. Which charge we are bringing? Q2. At which point we are bringing? At point B. So potential at point B due to Q1, that is nothing but 1 upon 4 pi epsilon naught into Q1 upon R12. So that can be written as 1 upon 4 pi epsilon naught Q1 Q2 upon R12. Work done in bringing Q3 from infinity to the point C is, first we brought Q1, then Q2. Now we will bring Q3 from infinity to point C. So at the time work done against the electric field of Q1 and Q2 both. So W3 is equal to which charge we are bringing? Q3 into at which point we are bringing? At point C. So potential at point C. Potential at point C is due to 2 charges, Q1 and Q2. Here we want to bring charge Q3 at point C from infinity to point C. At the time work done against the electric field of Q2 and work done against the electric field of Q1. So some amount of energy is stored in the system of Q2 and Q3 and some amount of energy is stored in the system of Q1 and Q3. Therefore Q3 as it is, potential at point C due to first charge Q1, that is 1 upon 4 pi epsilon naught into Q1 upon R13, plus potential at point C due to second charge 1 upon 4 pi epsilon naught into Q2 upon R23. Therefore W3 is equal to 1 upon 4 pi epsilon naught Q1 Q3 upon R13 plus 1 upon 4 pi epsilon naught Q2 Q3 upon R23. Therefore total work done is equal to W1 plus W2 plus W3. Work done in bringing first charge, that is 0. Work done in bringing second charge, that is 1 upon 4 pi epsilon naught into Q1 Q2 upon R12. Work done in bringing third charge, that is 1 upon 4 pi epsilon naught Q1 Q3 upon R13 plus 1 upon 4 pi epsilon naught Q2 Q3 upon R23. Here this is nothing but energy stored in the system of first 2 charges 1 and 2. So that can be written as U12. This is the energy stored in the system of first and third charge, so U13. And this is nothing but energy stored in the system of second and third charge, so that is U23. So total potential energy U is equal to U12 plus U13 plus U23. Work done by conservative force is stored in the form of potential energy, so W is equal to U, and that is nothing but U12 plus U13 plus U23. Here we have system of 3 charges. Therefore total potential energy is U12 pair of first 2 charges 1 2, then U13 pair of first and third charge, then U23 pair of second and third charge. If we have system of 4 charges, let me take system of 4 charges 1 2 3 and 4, then how can we find total potential energy? So total potential energy U can be written as U12 plus U13 plus U14. Now forget about first charge. U23 plus U24. Now forget about second charge, plus U34. This way we can find potential energy of 4 charges, Q1, Q2, Q3 and Q4. If we have system of 5 charges, then that can be written as U12 plus U13 plus U14 plus U15. Then U23, U24 plus U25. Then U34 plus U35 plus U45. This way we can find total potential energy due to system of 2 charges, system of 3 charges, system of 4 charges and system of n charges. This way we can find total potential energy of a system of charges. Once again, for system of 4 charges, 1, 2, 3 and 4, how can we find total potential energy? Total potential energy U is equal to potential energy due to first and second charge, first and third charge, U14. Now forget about 1, plus U23 plus U24, 2, 3, 2, 4. Now forget about second, U3, 4. One thing you should keep in mind, no pair should be repeated and no pair should be left out. So we have to include all the pairs, 1, 2, 1, 3, 1, 4, 2, 3, 2, 4 and 3, 4. This way we can find total potential energy due to system of 4 charges. Now we will solve example 2.4. 4 charges are arranged at the corners of a square ABCD of side D. One square is given, ABCD, and side that is D. As shown in figure, find the work required to put together this arrangement. So first we will bring charge at A, then we will bring charge at B, then we will bring charge at point C, and then we will bring charge at point D. And this way we will find total work done in bringing all these 4 charges. Second, a charge Q0 is brought to the center E of the square. This is the center of the square, and here charge Q0 is brought from infinite. The 4 charges being held fixed at its corners. These 4 charges are fixed. How much extra work is needed to do this? When we bring 5th charge Q0 at point E, at that time these 4 charges are fixed. And how much extra work is needed to do this? So only extra work we have to find. We don't have to consider the work done in bringing these 4 charges. Extra work needed to bring this charge Q0 at point E, that only we have to find. This is the square ABCD. Length of the side of the square, that is D. Forget about the charges at B, C and D. First we have to bring charge plus Q at point A from infinity. So work needed to bring charge plus Q to A from infinity when no charge is present elsewhere is W1 is equal to 0. Because if field is not present, then work done in bringing charge from infinity to given point is 0. So W1 is equal to 0. So now plus Q charge we have brought at point A. Now we will bring minus Q charge at point B from infinity. When we want to bring charge minus Q at point B, at that time work done in bringing charge minus Q from infinity to point B in the electric field of charge placed at A is W2 is equal to minus Q into VB. always we have to consider the sign of charge. If charge is negative, then we have to put negative sign. If charge is positive, then we have to consider positive sign. In the formula of potential energy also, in the formula of work done also. So work done W2 in bringing charge minus Q at point B is minus Q into potential at point B, where VB is the potential at B due to charge plus Q at A. So W2 is equal to minus Q into potential at point B due to plus Q charge is 1 upon 4 pi epsilon naught into charge upon distance. Q into Q, Q square. So minus Q square upon 4 pi epsilon naught D. Now work needed to bring charge plus Q to C when plus Q is at A and minus Q is at B. Now already we have brought two charges. Now we want to bring third charge at point C. So work done in bringing third charge is W3 is equal to plus Q into Vc. So potential at point C is due to charges at point A and B. So W3 is equal to plus Q into 1 upon 4 pi epsilon naught charge at A, that is plus Q, upon distance between A and C. Distance between A and C, that is root 2D. This is D, this is D. Then distance between A and C will be root 2D. Plus 1 upon 4 pi epsilon naught into charge at point B, that is minus Q, upon distance between B and C, that is D. Now if we multiply this plus Q with this, then Q into Q, Q square upon 4 pi epsilon naught root 2D, Q into Q, then Q into minus Q square upon 4 pi epsilon naught D. What can we take common? Q square upon 4 pi epsilon naught D. So it can be written as W3 is equal to Q square upon 4 pi epsilon naught D. What will remain inside the bracket? 1 upon root 2 minus 1. Same way, work needed to bring minus Q to D. When plus Q is at A, minus Q is at B, and plus Q is at C. Then W4 is equal to minus Q into Vd. Now this is the potential at point D due to three charges. Potential at D due to charges at A, B and C. So W4 is equal to charge at point D, that is minus Q, into potential at point D due to charge at A, that is 1 upon 4 pi epsilon naught, into Q upon distance between A and D, that is D, plus 1 upon 4 pi epsilon naught into charge at point B, that is minus Q, and distance between B and D, that is root 2D, plus 1 upon 4 pi epsilon naught into charge at point C, that is plus Q, upon distance between C and D, that is small d. So this can be written as minus Q into Q minus Q square upon 4 pi epsilon naught D, minus Q into minus Q plus Q square upon 4 pi epsilon naught root 2D, minus Q into plus Q, that is minus Q square upon 4 pi epsilon naught D. What can we take common? Q square upon 4 pi epsilon naught D. What will remain inside the bracket? Minus 1 minus 1 minus 2, and this is 1 by root 2, so 1 by root 2 minus 2. Total work done is equal to W1 plus W2 plus W3 plus W4. Work done in bringing first charge, that is 0. In work done in bringing second charge, minus Q square upon 4 pi epsilon naught D. Work done in bringing third charge, Q square upon 4 pi epsilon naught D into 1 by root 2 minus 1. And work done in bringing fourth charge, that is Q square upon 4 pi epsilon naught D into 1 by root 2 minus 2. Now what can we take common? Q square upon 4 pi epsilon naught D. So Q square upon 4 pi epsilon naught D we have taken common. What will remain inside the bracket? Here minus 1. Here what will remain? 1 by root 2 minus 1. Here what will remain? 1 by root 2 minus 2. Minus 1 minus 1 minus 2 minus 2 minus 2 minus 4. 1 by root 2 plus 1 by root 2, 2 by root 2. So q square upon 4 pi epsilon naught d as it is. So total work done is equal to q square upon 4 pi epsilon naught d 2 upon root 2, that is root 2 minus 4. Or it can be written as, if we interchange these terms, then it can be written as w is equal to minus q square upon 4 pi epsilon naught d 4 minus root 2. Now in second part, what they are asking? We have to find the extra work done in bringing charge q naught at point E when 4 charges are fixed at vertices A, B, C and D. So work done in bringing charge q naught at point E, therefore potential at point E, where potential at point E, VE is equal to potential at E due to the charges at A, B, C and D. Now we have to find potential at point E. So for that, we have to find potential at point E due to first charge, due to second charge, due to third charge and due to fourth charge. Here distance between A and E, B and E, C and E and D and E, that is same, that is root 2d by 2, that is nothing but d by root 2. And we know the formula of potential, that is 1 upon 4 pi epsilon naught into charge upon distance. So W naught is equal to Q naught into 1 upon 4 pi epsilon naught into charge at A, that is plus Q upon d by root 2. Potential at point E due to charge placed at B, that is 1 upon 4 pi epsilon naught into minus Q, minus I have written here, minus Q upon d by root 2, plus potential at point E due to charge at C, that is 1 upon 4 pi epsilon naught into plus Q upon d by root 2. Same way potential at point E due to fourth charge, that is minus 1 upon 4 pi epsilon naught into Q upon d by root 2. Here all these terms will get cancelled. So what will remain? Potential at point E due to these 4 charges is 0. So Q naught into 0, that is 0. So work done in bringing charge Q naught at point E is 0. Hence we can say that no work is required to bring any charge to point E. Thank you.